Actor Charlie Sheen is not going down quietly. Now, the website that broadcasts his webcast says that the actor will give his first public response to being fired from CBS later tonight in another episode of Sheen's Corner. Now, he may not have publicly been speaking about the termination. He certainly has been acting out. Just yesterday, the troubled actor was caught standing on the roof of an office building in Beverly Hills waving a machete. He was also drinking, according to the label on the bottle, tiger's blood, or at least his version thereof. But the insanity didn't stop there. He also posted a third webcast on the internet last night in which the frazzled Sheen gave viewers a piece of his winning mind.
And keep in mind, like anytime I roll something out, my plan is the best one in the room, and people are starting to wake up and realize that their plan is my plan is gold. Walk into my plan, and you're going to win, win, win.
Here with reaction, Dawn Yannick from Life and Style magazine and psychotherapist Dr. Robbie Ludwig, both back with us. Now, he did make a point. I brought this up with Dr. Abloh last night. You know, you haven't seen him. We all, haven't seen him. What do you think? Although, when you watch, what are we watching? What are we seeing?
I think we're seeing somebody who has hypomanic behavior. He seems very speedy. He's very grandiose. His judgment is really poor. If he's not using some kind of stimulant, then we're looking at possibly bipolar behavior. But it's true, it's very hard to make a diagnosis, if not impossible, looking at video, on a TV screen. But just when you hear his rants, clearly it's somebody who is decompensating in front of all of us.
See, I'm now getting very concerned. Last night was like the end for me. I just watched it and I said, all right, this guy is in deep trouble. And I don't want, it seems like we're heading in a direction where nothing would surprise me if his life ended. Look, when he said he's banging 7-gram rocks and he said only amateurs die and I'm tired of pretending I'm not a bitchin' rock star and all this stuff. Well, what are we to make of this? There's a part of, I think, the reason people are attracted to him because they find it refreshing that he's not politically correct. He's letting it fly.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big part of it. And there was the whole novelty factor of seeing Charlie Sheen in this new crazy way. But of course, now we're seeing him devolve in front of our very eyes. I mean, the videos from yesterday were kind of frightening. He looked gaunt. He looked haggard. It didn't seem like a sane man. I mean, compared to the sanity, I guess, if you can call it, earlier in the week. But the big question is what happens when all of this interest and all of this intensity stops? I don't think it's a matter of if he crashes. I think it's a matter of when he crashes. I think he's going to crash hard.
And I think also many people like Charlie Sheen. He is likable, and he's very talented.
I think he's a very talented actor.
Yeah, he's very talented. He's smart. He's very charismatic.
What is it with the hookers, the porn stars, the hookers, the wedges, and I mean, and some guys, a guy called my radio show. Hey, if I had his money, I'd be living that life. And
he's kind of living this fantasy, childlike lifestyle, and whatever. I mean, that's his choice.
He had 2 gorgeous wives. He has 5 kids. Yeah. And my point to him is, all right, you got to be a father. You can't be banging 7 grams and bringing porn stars and wedges into your home.
And that's where his grandiosity gets him all mixed up. He probably thinks, I really love my kids and I can party. Right. And what's the big deal?
Let me show you. This was from, we aired this last night. He doesn't feel pain. Watch some of this from last night.
I have an gnarly image. I'm burning my own face, but I can't feel the heat because I don't feel pain, because pain is a myth. Pain is as painful as you want it to be. To quote the late, great, brilliant, alien, non-human George Carlin, I've already got pain. I don't need pain pills. I need anti-pain pills.
The thing is, he seems manic, he seems out of control, and the world wants to watch every second of it. Are we enabling him? His Twitter is a record. I mean, is it about Twitter or is it about being a father? Is it about, what is he winning here? He got fired and his kids got taken away from him.
Right, that of course is the big question. And we actually sat down with him at Life and Style Weekly. We spoke to him over the phone, and we really kind of saw some cracks in the veneer. It really was the first sign of vulnerability. We spoke to him right after the kids were taken away, and he said how devastated he was and how his lawyer wanted to actually take the bullets out of his gun because they were fearing for his life.
What is this I'm losing my mind
He said to our reporters that he felt like he was losing his mind after his children were taken away. And it really were those first cracks
is there
in the veneer.
anybody around him helping him? Is there any? Because he was on this phone call, and it seems like, yeah, you know, it just seemed like they're kissing his backside, and nobody's telling him the truth. Hey, come on, Charlie, you're a great actor. You got a great future. You had 2 beautiful wives. You got all these kids. Get your life together.
They could be telling him that, and he'd say, get out. I mean, it seems like he has very loving parents and a loving family that has known this side of him for a very long time. But this is the downside of celebrity. You can pay enablers to tell you whatever you want to hear, and that can lead to somebody's premature death.
Anna Nicole Smith had it. Michael Jackson had it. Elvis Presley had it. I guess
Marilyn Monroe. All of these people certainly have been victims
I hope
of
it doesn't end. I hope we're not watching the beginning of a tragedy.
I hope
Guys,
not.
good to see you. And coming up, taxes too high.
Taxes are too damn high.
All right, now, oh, sorry, I didn't know it was coming back. He's back with a brand new slogan targeting the Democrats, and he wants to be a Republican. He wants to run for president, the one and only, the rent is too damn high party candidate. Jimmy McMillan is here with his new slogan and his run for the presidency. We'll tell you about it next. Now, while running for governor of New York last fall, my next guest captured the hearts and headlines all across the country with his unique and now infamous campaign platform. The rent is
too damn high.
The rent is too damn high. Today, he's got himself a new slogan, a new political party. Here to explain, the man himself, former rent is too
damn high
candidate Jimmy McMillan. How are you?
Wonderful, fantastic.
What's up with the gloves? Why are you wearing gloves?
It's cold in here.
Is that why you wear gloves all the time?
You know, brothers don't like ice, man. You know what I'm saying? You better seldom see us on ice playing hockey. We've always playing baseball or basketball.
Oh, good. That cold? It's not that cold.
It's
Wait
cold.
till you go in a Shep Smith studio.
Well,
it's
I'm
like
wearing this
2
now
degrees
because
below zero.
It's cold for the Democrat because I'm here. Because the Republican Party is the party that people need to start voting for. They have been frightened off by Democrats who are simply using the public. They have punked the public. We have been punked.
The Democrats have.
The Democratic Party has punked all of us. And they're using Barack Obama as what you call a something to lure us into a party who had control of Congress for 40 years. Up until 1994, they were voted out. But we haven't had anyone in the Republican Party to come in and do what needed to be done for the nation because they simply don't know. And some of them are running for president now, I understand.
Well, well, that sounds like a challenge to me. So what's the new campaign slogan?
The deficit is too damn high.
That's the new slogan.
And the creation of the same thing I brought with me to the governor's race, I'm bringing the same thing to the presidential race, but I just modified it a little bit. I can't bulldoze the mountains in upstate New York running for president of the United States, but what I can do is bulldoze all those politicians out of the White House that are sitting there in the Capitol building that is not doing anything for the public.
What do you think of Obama?
He don't know what to do. Oh, he don't have a plan at all. He put a bill on the table, $800 billion bailout, $787 billion stimulus. He allowed people who gave the public money to institutions to bail them out, such as the bank. You had a mortgage, you had a car loan, you had a personal loan, and you had a student loan. While your money was being given to these people to pay them off, you still had to pay them, and they never sent you a deduction of saying thank you or anything for the contribution that was given to bail them out. You are now 61% owners of General Motors. Not only did your home was foreclosed, your car got repoed, your student loan was garnished, and a lien was on your personal account. So you can't do the public like the public was punked.
All right. So now, are you a candidate officially? Have you announced officially?
Yes.
So you're a candidate for the Republican Party nomination.
I am.
All right. So are you going to be at the debates? Have you been invited?
I am in a debate coming up in March, April, I believe.
And who else is going to be there? Do you know yet?
All of them, as far as I'm concerned. They're better off not coming. They're better off just letting me have the empty chairs to put their names there. Because these are the same people who ran for office over and over again who have nothing to present to the people.
All right.
The young people, I need the young people to begin voting Republican because I'm here. Rent is too damn high, and the deficit is too damn high. The young people have nowhere to go.
But wait a minute. The rent is too damn high. They have rent control in New York. You don't have capitalism in New York. Wait a minute. You going to tell us tonight what you pay in rent?
I'll tell you what I pay rent.
What?
I pay rent.
How much?
I pay rent.
How much?
But if I talk about my rent, I'll be going back on what the people have put me here to do. The people want me here to address the hunger crisis they're having.
But
let me tell you how much rent I pay.
socialism?
The little children in Florida right now that are being homeless and that are being bused from homeless shelters going to school and mothers who have lost their homes to foreclosure. It's not about me and the rent that I pay.
Wait a minute.
It's about fighting for the people and getting the people involved and help change this country around.
These are cliches. But if you want the government,
Right.
to dictate what the rent is.
Right.
Because the rent's high.
Right.
So somebody buys an apartment, they want to rent it for what the free market value is, and you want the government to dictate. That's government takeover of industry.
There is no such
That's
thing.
socialism.
There is no such thing as free market value. It is not socialism because
Sure
the way
there
the
is
one was
free
raised.
market value.
Following the attack of the World Trade Center, rent was growled. The prices of rent, say like $450 a month. The landlord boosted rent up, and no one was there to stop him. That's what the Attorney General was there for.
If somebody owns their apartment and they want to rent it for $2,000, how does the government get to say you can only get $300?
I don't mind that, but the way they did it, they violated laws in order to do that. Like New York State, if your apartment is like $1,500 a month, or let's say $800 a month, and you got money for capital improvement to build, to work, to build it up.
Why don't we get the government out of the way? I'm a registered conservative.
It's what they did. It's what they did. They used the government. They took advantage of the opportunity because no one was watching them. And this is what they did. Right now, we set up a website called Rent Talk. Under renttalk.us, I want everybody to come there and give us the support.
I got to ask you one more question.
Go ahead.
How, if the deficit...
It's too damn high.
All right, the deficit's too damn high. How are you going to lower the deficit?
You lower the deficit by telling the people, like, we're gonna pardon all debt, American citizens of all debt. Because of what we did with the $800 billion bailout, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
What about people like me that don't have debt?
Well, if you don't have debt, it doesn't concern you. But for those who have debt, over 100% of the people living under poverty, because the American government put the people in this hole that we're in.
Wait a minute. So from the day if you win the election.
If I win the election.
You win the election, to the day you're inaugurated, I'm going to accumulate debt. I'm going to accumulate a ton of debt.
If you have a debt, your debt would be pardoned. Because the government put the people in this debt we're in. And someone has to step up and do the right thing for the people. Right. This is what, we owe this to the people. Rent is too damn high, and the deficit is too damn high, and Hannity is too damn smart.
Did you vote for Obama?
Yes, I did.
You regret it?
No, I don't regret.
But you want to beat him?
I don't want to beat him. I'm going to whip him. This is my son. I put him in the White House to do a job, and he didn't do it. I put him there to feed my children, and he let Daddy down. It's time for Daddy to step up and do what Daddy got to do. Pat him on the behind and say, okay, you did it. You had you there for a while. You didn't do a good job. It's time for you to go. Now go to your room and go to sleep.
So you're going to pat Obama on the back?
On the pat him on. That's what Bob. He play basketball every time you shoot a shot. Somebody hit you on the butt. So I'm doing what I do best.
All right, we got a break.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, Jimmy.
Thank you.
All right, keep
go
your
to
hands warm.
renttalk.us and conversate with Papa.
I'm now. All right, Greta, can you beat this tonight?
You know what? I would kill to see that debate.
I'm in.
Between those two.
I'm going to go there. That'll be fun.
Greta got to invite me to her show first.
Oh, well,
Greta been dodging me. I don't know if it's the beard. I haven't heard a call. Got a call from Greta yet.
Actually, that's not true. We tried to book you and you dodged
Greta,
us.
I'm waiting on your call because the deficit is too damn high. I don't want to talk about it. The rent is too damn high for the people of New York. We got a governor in the state of New York that's there. He's the governor. He hasn't done a damn thing. I know Greta going to get me on her show.
How do you really feel?
Greta, you going to invite him?
Yes.
Look, you know what? March him right up to our bookers right now. I want him because he's a great guest. Anyway,
she sounds just like Obama. He's running from me.
Greta, we're out of time. Greta's got to.
I love you, Greta. Greta, I love you.
All right, we got.
All right,
Greta's coming up.
Just trust me. We have a great show tonight.
Show.
Back to you, Sean.
All right, our great American panel. The deficit is too damn high. Next.